I have never in my life purchased out the full Forge Pass. And I think that that is a big waste of money, except now I'm able to showcase you the full 9-piece set of the Rathalos gear set, and I think that's super essential. Let's get it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? If you're going to purchase this Forge Pass, which I would recommend, if you spend any money in the game at all, this is the thing that I would buy above everything else. Fight me in the comments, all of you who feel so strongly about the daily gem pack over top of this, which is totally fine and understandable. But today, I have purchased everything. I've forged all the gear. I didn't forge literally all the gear. Okay, let's be honest. I still have some more that I can forge, but I need to go get more mythical charms. And if you are going to get this gear set, you should get the mythical charms from the Cursed City and use it during your forging. You should also make sure you have rank and rarity charms, as well as the substat charms to go with this set. Now, let's jump into the inventory here and take a look at the gear set. We do have a significant amount of pieces, and as I said, I have the full 9-piece set here. So, what's important about this is that you have a 30% chance to repeat the damage dealt by AoE skills if you hit 9 pieces. And that seems insane to me, okay? Also, I love everything else about this. Like, if you can get to 6 pieces, especially on an HP or a defense nuker, damage dealer, then you have a big bonus of the 30% ignoring enemy defense, right? Because normally with an attack-based damage dealer, you have Savage and Cruel, and that's going to boost your attack stat. There isn't the equivalent of Cruel set for a defense or HP nukers, okay? There's not. Now, admittedly, there's a lot more attack-based nukers out there. The main damage dealers in the game are attack-based. However, champions like Husk, that we're going to look at today, are a great example of what you can expect or what you should strive for when you're working with this set. Now, I'm not going to say that this is ideal on a Husk. I would love to put it on a Cupidus, for example, who has an AoE A1 and an AoE A2, and he really has a passive that works well with this as well. You know, he's going to be counterattacking. So I think a Cupidus is like an ideal target for this type of thing. But you can't put it on somebody like a Turvold because he's a single target damage dealer. So you are limited with who you can put this gear set onto. Now, you could put, you know, 1, 2, 3 pieces on someone, especially if those are accessories, right? Like putting a Rathalos ring on Turvold to get those last couple crit rate that you need. That could be amazing. Now, I pair my Turvold with a crit rate buff, but that's, you know, the point that I'm trying to make here is you can fill in with these 2-piece sets. So if you have like a ring and an amulet, for example, then you're getting crit rate and crit damage, okay? If you have an off-piece set also, you can get 5% speed. This just like so customizable, and I love that. This is my favorite thing that they do in Raid are these customizable, you know, sets where you don't need 4 pieces. You don't need however many, right? I love the 2-piece gear sets, but also the 1-piece gear sets, so good. A lot of them are resistance and HP, okay? Merciless is attack percentage, so don't forget about that. From Cintranos, the Cursed City, fill in with Merciless when possible. Like, 2 pieces of Merciless is 10% attack and 15% crit damage. Like, that's a cruel set and then some, right? So anyway, what we're talking about today is this new gear set. And I think it would be cool if they had other ones for the other Monster Hunter champions, or they would just call this the Monster Hunter set. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's super cool, and I like it. And I definitely forged a lot of pieces, okay? Now, when you're gonna go do this, you should be in Raid Shadow Legends. You should be using your Chaos Ore on Merciless and Rathalos. And you can see, like, I have no more 6-star Chaos Ore. I used it all. All the new ones that I got, I used it all, okay? So that's all of the prefacing I need to do. And you guys are like, Jedi, show us the build. Okay, so let me show you the build, because I'm real excited about it, okay? Now, what I did was I just came in and I found a champion that would work, okay? I had 3 of these accessories in one faction, and that was Undead. Like, tell me there's a different, better champion to put this set on than Husk, please. And I mean, I will do it. I will test it. But, like, if you look at the Undead roster, like, you would think, okay, well, let's put it on Rhodos. No, doesn't work. Let's put it on Mashald. No, doesn't work. The new guy Valkanen that nobody has. No, not gonna work. I thought about putting it on Vlad, but he's not, like, a really big damage dealer. So then who am I gonna put it on? Like, I could put it on Crypt King. Wait, is that right? Crypt King? Is it Suzerain? Suzerain has the, you know, the AoEs, right? And who's the other one? Scartorsis? Yeah, Scartorsis we could do, like with the AoE A1, but these are not damage dealers. These are support champions, right? So, like, I don't know. I don't know. And, like, Crypt King does have 2 AoEs now that I'm thinking about it, and he does have HP burn, but again, not damage dealers. So really, my thought is, who else am I going to use but Husk? So anyway, what Husk is going to do is he's going to be able to repeat, no, I was right. He's going to be able to repeat his enemy max HP skill, which I think is going to be incredible. So that's what I'm excited to test today. Let's go look at his build. Now, Husk has fallen off as a damage dealer in Hydra, but that shouldn't, like, dissuade you from building a Husk. He's still amazing, okay? Did I get any, No, I need more dust to try to switch this. So, just to give you an idea, I feel like I stopped in the middle of a sentence there. I'm sorry about that. Just to give you an idea of the gear level, we're not talking crazy gear pieces here, okay? The only crazy piece is going to be the boots. And do I have enough to actually ascend that? Yes. But not all the way. Okay, so I still need to farm more. But yeah, speed on the boots. The boots are pretty nice, okay? But, like, we have 5-star pieces here on the gauntlets and the helmet. And then we have a pretty nice weapon, admittedly. Crit rate, both types of HP, speed. On the shield, we have pretty nice speed, crit damage, crit rate, that kind of stuff. Pretty nice, okay? On the accessories, we have a defense ring, but it does have attack HP substats. We do have a crit damage amulet with crit damage and HP. Like, this amulet is pretty perfect. And then the banner is pretty medium, okay? Now, look at, like, think about this level of gear, and now think about what your total stats should be. Because it's not this. Like, look, 285 crit damage, 250 speed, 70k HP. when I think about this level of gear, it does not, these stats are well above my expectation. Now, if I had a little bit more choices, I would probably replace this for sure, because I don't really need the extra crit rate. I don't need more crit damage. But this is the only piece with speed. So I guess I would be trying to look for more HP. I would be trying to look for, I guess I could put accuracy in the build. I didn't think I could do all of that, okay? And so I think that benefits you guys as well. Like, if this was just all of the gear on my account, like, I would make him faster, I would have accuracy, I'd have more HP, I could do a lot of stuff in other gear sets, but this is definitely more than enough. We could sacrifice 40 crit damage here and move that into other stats. You know, we do not need 285 crit damage. With that being said, even on Nightmare, we will be able to max out our enemy max HP hits. So all of that is great. I do have masteries on him. I'm not sure these are the best masteries. I think he should probably be in counterattack masteries, or I don't know, something. These are very old masteries, but I'm just going to leave them like this. Tell me what you think I should change on them, though, and then I will. But for now, that's what we're working with. Just going with War Master. And then I'm going to put Cruelty on him. Cruelty is a definite, you know, a definite asset when it comes to Hydra, because you're decreasing the defense. We're getting extra AoE hits. So I think that this is going to be a really good pairing, but it's possible we should just have Phantom Touch to maximize the extra hits. So I'm torn on that, but for now I'm going to go with Cruelty. Let's jump over and see the team that I'm going to work with here. I want to see his full potential in this gear set, so I hope you appreciate that. And if you appreciate me going out of my way, spending my money to make this video for you, make sure you hit the like button. And while you're at it, if you're not a subscriber, now's a good time, because this is the type of thing that I try to do for the raid community, so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, and then the last thing before we hop into the actual team and the runs, I have been wondering and talking to some people about MtgJedi, and I really don't know if this works with this gear set. Will then attack enemies under leech. I don't know if that counts as an AoE attack that can be repeated or not, but if so, that could be really, really good. If you know the answer to that, please let me know that in the comments section. Until then, let's jump over into some Hydra and see this in action. We will be testing on Nightmare, and I do have a sweet team for you here today. So, we are going to be using our amazing Husk that we just talked about. And this is the team that we're going to go with here. Now, some things about this team. It's not an option, you need a reviver to go with Husk. Because what Husk is going to do is he is going to attack whoever has the reflect damage buff. He's going to attack them every time. He will use his enemy max HP every single time they have reflect damage up, and he will kill himself, okay? It will happen, so you need a reviver in the team in order to maximize your damage, all right? The only thing is, if you don't want a reviver, then you should be manualing this run. And that's one of my biggest problems with Husk in general, is just this exact situation. Now, my reviver that I've chose is Sulfurion. He's my favorite because he does so many amazing things. He's one of my favorite champions in the game right now. Obviously, everyone's not going to have him. However, he is the best option, okay? Another great option is Molly Tankard. Okay, Molly is freaking amazing, okay? But also you can run normal reviving champions like your Duchess in there. You can run whoever you want as a reviving champion. I've been hating Uko lately. He just has not been working well for me, but he is one of the good options. You could also try somebody like Cardiel, and then, I don't know, free-to-play options, maybe like an Epic or something. But the further away you get from the best options, then obviously the less damage that you're going to do. I like this team in particular because it has all of the things that you need in order to be successful. So what we're going to be looking at here at the beginning of the run is we're going to be trying to get that double damage hit on Husk. So let's jump in here. Let's see this team in action. I'm going to run it at the beginning on manual and see if we can just get it at the beginning of the fight. But other than that, what we'll be mainly concerned with is the damage. Okay, Provoke and Hex, which and an extra turn? Sure. Decrease defense and weaken? Absolutely. Okay, so here, let's slow it down, see if we can get a double hit. So basically, I think it checks each individual time, and I have a screenshot from a run where I did, where it shows, I think, 2 different damage numbers for 1 enemy max HP hit. Not all of them, which is weird to me. I would think it would be all or none, but so far I think it checks individually. Okay, so I think we said the 380s there on all 4 heads. So maybe what I will do is restart this a couple times and see if I can get that right at the beginning of the fight here to show you. Alright, so I think I figured it out. But it also doesn't make sense to me. So, Plarium, I'm going to forward this to you. Let me know if this is a bug, okay? So I'm going to show you what's going to happen here, alright? Let's get all set back up again. Alright, so here's the situation, right? We have everything set up. The yellow numbers are Husk's main hit, okay? And then what you're going to see is, if you slow it down and pause the video, if there's an extra hit, that will be in red instead of yellow, which is confusing to me, but let's slow it down here. Okay, now, that was 2 million, so there's no extra hit there. That is the number that it should be showing. Now, I'm just going to, I can't just keep editing in more clips. So I'm going to just run this until we get more than 2 million. And then that will be the one that makes it into the video. Okay, so here. If it goes above 2 million, then that is a double hit. So that was the 3 million. So let me see if I can edit this into slow motion or something, that clip, so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not sure this is actually showing correctly, but you can see at the top there on the left 177,000 damage. And that amount, that 177, is half of what the enemy max HP hit is on the other heads. Like if you take 354 and you divide it by 2, you get 177, or it's very close. And so when we slow that clip down, what you would notice is that we're getting the extra damage. We didn't get it there, but we are getting it sometimes, but it's not the full amount. So Plarium, please tell me if this is working correctly, okay? Now, I'm going to let this run play out, because what we really want to see here is how much damage is this actually going to do for us, and is it worth your time and effort, okay? So far, my initial impression is yes. I don't even think Husk is the best person to put this on, and we're already seeing a tremendous damage boost out of him. Okay, now, Head of Wrath can mess your day up, as you know, and that's another reason why Sulfurion's in here, but also Sun Wukong will revive himself, which is pretty cool. Now, this team sticks right around the 1 million damage per turn mark, and is going to survive typically past turn 100. If you're manualing it, this might be able to go to the turn limit. I think this is the worst case scenario where we get the heal reduction on Sulfurion, which is weird, so I might need to restart this run. But either way, I'm going to let this play out, and then after I restart the run here, obviously. But I'm going to let this play out, and I think that all of that information is like the core, the most important part, and now what we need to get to is the damage. Like, how much damage can this Husk actually do? And I'm going to just, like, go ahead and say a lot more than what he would normally do. A lot more than what he would normally do. This would normally not be enough damage to carry a team, I don't think, with just Husk, okay? And then we'll do a quick damage comparison as well with another champion, and that will really be able to tell you and get you, like, some actual on-the-field numbers to work with, okay? So, if you're relying on Husk on your account as one of your main damage dealers in Hydra, I would encourage you to look and see if you have any other options, okay? Because he is definitely not the best, and it's hard to one-key Nightmare. It's hard to do Nightmare with Husk. It really is. It might be easier to do Brutal with Husk, but we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the damage screen here and talk about all of the implications of what we find out from that damage screen. Okay, so let's take a look at some like screenshots that I took here, because it's so impossible to like get that locked down in a live clip. So what you're seeing here in the middle with the head of Torment is two overlaying yellow numbers. And that was my expectation for how this would work, but I don't really understand it because they're not the same. Those are two different values. So where is that coming from? Okay, also you can see Husk trying to kill himself with the reflect damage buff, okay? Then in the next screen here, you can see we made it all the way to turn count 138. And then finally, here was the damage after about 27 minutes. You can see Husk leading with 46 million damage. And if we hadn't gotten ourselves killed there with some sequences of events, like if we had been manualing or paying a little bit more attention, then we would have probably been able to do even more than this. But you can see, like, we're getting a lot of damage out of Sulfurion with 24 million. I was missing a piece of gear on Shamail, so he didn't do as much as he should have done because he was not critting. So Archer in there doing a lot of damage as well, but not as much as I would have thought, okay? And then Husk in there doing the majority of the damage. So then I was like, okay, well, I need like a frame of reference here because that's already more, that's already a lot of damage for Husk, okay? But I was like, I need to compare that. So let's compare it with Acrizia, okay? So Acrizia in that same spot, we got a sweet Wukong attack here. Around the same boss turn count, she was able to do about double the damage, okay? So when we look here at the 189 million at the same stage, that would basically put Acrizia at 90 million instead of 45. And then at the end of the run, we ended up going a lot longer into the fight because of that more damage. So the more damage output you can have, the easier it is to continually kill the heads, and then the easier it is to sustain a longer fight. So Acrizia not only, obviously, she's amazing, okay, obviously. And I'm not trying to say, you know, Acrizia, blah, 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 all the damage, but as she's regarded as one of the best damage dealers, so we can compare her with Husk. But I also don't think that this gear set is working as intended. So I'm gonna forward this to Plarium and I'll let you know what they tell me, and hopefully they will review this video. If you guys need more footage, please let me know, and let me know what you want to see as well out of this gear set, out of this content. Let me know. Do you want to see another video with Salad? I'd love to provide all of those things. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Appreciate you watching the video, making it all the way to the end, and I hope that I've covered all of the information thoroughly. I really did my best on this one. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys.